The Can-Am Spyder Roadster is truly the ultimate fun machine. It is the perfect blend of the wind-in-your-face experience of a motorcycle combined with many of the safety elements found on today's sports cars. We make both a sport model and we make a touring model. It brings to the motorcycle market traction control, ABS, a vehicle stability system, and really allows people to get on and go and just have a lot of fun, and it's really cool to ride. Really, the Spyder is for anybody who might feel a little bit uncertain in terms of balance, might want an option where they don't have to worry about leaning into corners, likes the added stability of the three-wheel architecture. Really, it's for anybody who just wants to enjoy the open road with a little more peace of mind.
Would a motorcycle person really want to drive a three-wheeler?
Well, we would certainly invite them to. I mean, the traditional trikes have been on the market for a long time. You know, we've found that the Y architecture that we've implemented with the Spyder is much more stable in its design. So I think you'll see a lot of people that will try it, adopt it, and actually fall in love with it. Both vehicles are equipped with a 990 V-twin Rotax engine. On the sport model, it produces 106 horsepower, recalibrated to 100 horsepower on the touring model. Both are available in 5 speeds with reverse. We have both manual transmissions as well as sequential electronic shifts, so we really got something for everybody. In most provinces, a motorcycle license is required. However, some provinces have made a designation where you can actually do the road test on the Spyder, and you would have what's called an M-restricted license, restricted to 3 wheels. Some guy came out today and he thought he knew a lot about mechanics, was tinkering under the hood, something about playing with traction control, asking if we could deactivate it, and all the stability system. Of course, we kind of shooed him away and said, no, go play with somebody else's car. I think Bill Gardner, something like that.
As we all know, our man in the Quaker State Garage, Bill Gardner, loves his pickup trucks, but he has equal passion for NASCAR and muscle cars, and you can bet he's worked on a few Mustangs. Now check out this video. We came across a 1979 Mustang II. I'm thinking a dark day for Mustang. What do you think, Bill?
You know, Brad, the 70s were a nightmare for just about everybody in the automotive industry. Ford with the Mustang and everybody else was in the same boat because of the energy crisis. They had to detune those engines, slide in smaller engines in order to meet the fuel economy requirements. And back then we still had carburetors and no electronic engine controls, so it was a nightmare for engineers. And that was probably, you know, the mid-70s was the low point for Mustang. But when you've been in production as long as the Mustang has, you can't hit home runs every time up to the plate. And you know what? I love the current Mustang, and what they've done with that model in the last 8 or 10 model years is amazing. I mean, think about it. When GM quit making the Camaro and Firebird, they just handed the pony car business to Ford, and Ford ran with it like crazy. And now all they've had to do is up the horsepower this year to compete with the Camaro and the Challenger. They've done that with that new 5-liter double overhead cam engine. They're really on the money. Anyhow, we're down here at Ontario Place for a 4-day event with the guys from Bombardier Recreational Products and their Can-Am motorcycle division. This is the Spyder model, and this 3-wheel motorcycle is like no other motorcycle in the industry. And in the eyes of the law, this is seen as a motorcycle. You need a motorcycle license to operate it here in Ontario, and I'm sure probably in other jurisdictions as well. We just pulled one of the side covers off the Can-Am machine here. You can see a little glimpse of the 998cc liquid-cooled V-twin that's built by Rotax for this Can-Am machine. And Rotax just built their 7 millionth engine. They're all built in Austria. It's a double overhead cam, 4-valve per cylinder, 998cc V-twin. Makes a lot of torque, monster power, pulls away with a lot of authority. It's really got the power, and nice drivability as well. And you know what? This machine is not going to appeal to everybody, but they're not trying to sell it to everybody in the motorcycle business. They're going to sell it to people who want that extra confidence of all the safety features built into this machine. It's got traction control, it's got stability control, it's got anti-lock brakes with electronic brake proportioning, a single brake pedal operated by your right foot, and you can hammer those brakes as hard as you want, and the ABS will automatically keep that vehicle stable and braking properly. It's also got electronic stability control and roll mitigation, so if you inadvertently, get into a corner too hard or lean the wrong way and actually you're able to lift a wheel, it'll back out of the throttle and apply brakes to settle the machine down. And the machine's inherently stable by having 2 front wheels, and the stance that it has inherent stability. So even if you do something really stupid, you really can't get this thing out of shape. And you know what? For people, let's say older couples that rode motorcycles and they want to go touring two up on a machine, this will be an ideal machine, because no matter what that person on the back does when you're riding two up, this machine is not going to be adversely affected the way a regular motorcycle would be. Oh, and you can tow a trailer too, so maybe they can sign me up in a few years. Till next week, I'm Bill Gardner for Motoring 2010.